Kodak blow. Real nigga, man.
What's good with it, man?
What's good?
Who we got right now in front of the came on Kodak blow up, bro?
Zuluking Street Fame. Y'all know what it is?
For sure. Yeah, man. I had to get with you, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We have some mutual friends, you know, telling me to get with you. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of enlightenment to speak about, you know what I'm saying? So, let's let the followers know, man, you know, from the beginning, man, like, you know, where you born and raised, all that, before we get into, you know, more detail about other stuff.
Originally, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I left there when I was like 12, and I've been raised in Orlando ever since. Like, I've been out here forever. I'm a Floridian, I can't stay up from New York.
Word up, man. How was like Orlando for you growing up?
At first it was different, it was diverse, because Orlando was like, I came from the culture of hip hop, I came from the breakdancing era, I came from all that, the crack era. So when I moved here, the culture here was booty music, you know what I'm saying? You had Uncle Luke, we had all the, you know what I'm saying, that type of style of music going on. So it was kind of hard to adjust. But once Florida caught up with the rest of through the internet, because the internet, you know what I'm saying, put everybody in contact with everybody else. Once they caught up, you know, it's like the same thing to me, you know what I'm saying? It's the same.
Nah, for sure, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, with like, especially with like the culture you was talking about, man, you know, it's very diverse, man. Especially like, we're gonna talk like mid-2000s, early 2000s, the music was definitely different out here, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the South has its own, especially Florida. They got their own slang, they got their own way of living, their own culture, car culture, everything. So it was different. Like, they used to call us Wu-Tang. Oh, y'all Wu-Tang niggas and this and this and that. So it was like a down south, up north battle. And then, as you can see with the Atlanta situation and everything that happened with the whole culture, how it shifted down south. So, you know, the South became on top on that with the culture, as far as I can see. It was a good thing, but it's a bad thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good thing, it's a bad thing, because y'all gotta realize, like, when you had MCs and rappers that not rappers, but MCs that was saying, dropping certain jewelry, you had them in the South, and now you don't. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like brainwash music.
Why do you think it turned like that?
Because the easiest mind to enslave was a Southern mind. They were the last ones to free themselves, to get free from slavery. So it's the easiest mind to enslave. You had cats like Outkast, Goody Mob, you had Scarface, you know what I'm saying, which is the real king of the South. You know what I'm saying? You had all these cats that was dropping these jewels, but they blackballed them, just like when they blackballed New York, when they blackballed Tupac and all they got all these people out your way. You know what I'm saying? Because what they were saying, the message that's getting delivered. They don't want you to enlighten your people. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to make your people strong. So they took, like, look at Tupac, they took the word thug and switched it, and now you got Young Thug in a dress. Well, he never represented that. That word never represented nothing to do with a female anything. You understand what I'm saying? You got him painting his nails. You got, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to take the black and Hispanic man that created this culture and feminize us. And I think that's the whole plan. That's why the South became so strong at that point.
For sure, because I know, like, I'm not really in tune with, like, you know, the 80s music, because, you know, rap obviously began in the 80s and everything, if not probably a little earlier, but, you know, from my knowledge it started like in the mid 80s or something, early 80s and everything. But, like, you know, the music of the rap at the time was basically to inform, you know, the people listening to what's going on, you know, Jules, like you were just saying, and then, like, it basically transitioned throughout, like, the late 80s to, like, the 90s, and obviously we got music to what it is now. Like, do you think, you know, when it comes to, like, the music scene, was that something that was like programmed, or was it something that you think was naturally already going to happen?
As far as what, the culture of hip hop?
Yeah, because, you know, it was definitely different in the beginning, you know, like the hip hop scenery from, like, what it is now.
You got to realize in the beginning we was in all information. It was a voice for the have-nots. It was a voice for the people that ain't have nothing. We communicating, and we communicating to Los Angeles and different areas at this time, and we all going through the same struggles, and we communicating with each other. It's nigga news, basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know what's going on in my hood. You let me go on what's going on in your hood. But you might have a different slang, a different dialect than we do, but we all talking the same thing. You know, and then you had the messages when the crack era came out. You had, you know, crack was whack and all that. You had the condoms, the safe sex. All that was in the visuals and the videos back then. Now it's not. Now it's the opposite. You have to sell a kilo. You got to be. Now you're getting manipulated. For y'all that don't know, y'all getting manipulated to snitch on yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And claim gang time and demon time and all this on camera with your guns. When your homies is convicted felons, y'all all here with guns out in your videos because you think that's what's gonna make you sell, because you're being brainwashed and you're being programmed. You know what I'm saying? Tell our vision, you heard?
Oh, that's deep. I heard that before. Which is the television. You know what I'm saying? With obviously, you know, television, the word, man. You know, it's a deeper root to that.
They're gonna tell you a lot. They're gonna put that vision in front of you and make you chase that. And that's not where we came from. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to. They control everything. We don't control nothing. We the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? But they come to us for our culture and rape and steal and pillage our culture. You know what I'm saying? But now they're gonna put it in front of you. This is what you need to be doing. And all you're doing is locking yourselves up. Y'all getting hit with the RICO. I never seen so many rappers get hit with the RICO in my life than today. You know what I'm saying? Day and time, that's it. Put a gun in your video, a few weeks later, y'all indicted. You know what I'm saying? And you throwing up gang signs and all this. Like, they took it and switched it and dumbing us down. And that's what they want to do. Everybody that was speaking out and speaking truth, they got blackballed from the culture, including the South, including the Southern MCs. If you go back and listen to Goody Mob and listen to Prisoner of War, what was it, Pal? Who's that peeping in my window? Nobody now? Listen to that song. Go back and listen to that song. And then look what's going on today. And they came from Atlanta. This was like the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Prisoners of War.
And it's crazy, bro, because honestly, you know, it's not like what, you know, what's going on nowadays. It's not something that you can't, like, obviously not know. For example, you were just saying, like, you put in guns in your videos, you know, people being felons and everything. That was actually a topic. One of the artists, I don't know if you know the name, Big CEO, Big 33. He's from Memphis, Tennessee. He's cool with Pooh Shiesty, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he was basically talking about exactly what you were saying about, you know, how bad it is for people to put guns in their video, especially, you know, if you're a convicted felon or one of your homies being convicted felon and everything. Why is it that, you know, people is not understanding that? Is it just like, is it just because you're saying like people are watching it like, oh, I gotta do it? Like, what would be your message for people to understand, like, you know, like you know, if you're gonna do stuff, obviously do it in silence, but like, how would you basically explain people to understand, like, you know, that's obviously not the way to go about things, you know, because that's something that's major nowadays when it comes to people making videos with guns and everything, because, you know, you don't have to show what you're doing, obviously, in music videos. But like, what would you say for them, you know what I'm saying, to align them to understand, like, what's the right way of going about things when it comes to, like, shooting videos and everything, because that's something that's big right now. People really getting caught with RICO charges, people getting caught with gun charges, because that easy ass way of, like, shooting videos.
I would say be creative. You're representing a culture that was created from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we the have-nots. Be more creative. You got to see that narrative ain't working. That's not our narrative. That's what you put in front of us. That's what they want you to do, so they could come hit you with the RICO. I talk about Honeycomb Brazy. I did a few videos. I got a channel as well on YouTube. I did a few videos on Honeycomb Brazy, right? Honeycomb Brazy. The man was on live. They shot at him, and his people responded and shot back. He said, I got the video footage of the people that shot at me, but I don't want to put it up, because that'd be snitching.
Not for sure.
But then he puts up the video of his homeboy shooting back. So it's like, where's the logic in that? And that video got used in the indictment.
Definitely did.
So like, you don't want to snitch on the next man, but you're going to snitch on your own homies? Because I know they all convicted felons. You know what I'm saying? Like, with that type of, that Honeycomb Brazy, that type of person, his persona, been in prison a whole bunch of times and all that, man, ain't nobody around him innocent, you know what I'm saying? So why you gonna put him on camera if your people shooting him? And it's what they make you think. They make you think if you popping, if you throwing gang signs and you got a bunch of gangsters in your videos and y'all showing guns, this is what's gonna make you go viral. This is what's gonna make you pop on the internet. And it's not. It's gonna get you indicted in a fucking Fed charge. And you gotta realize this. Excuse my language. And you gotta realize this. For y'all gangbangers, y'all are power groups. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all the people that's supposed to be holding the community down, not destroying it. Y'all supposed to be uplifting and protecting this community. They know that. They know y'all the power groups. And that's why y'all all getting indicted. They're taking all the power groups off the streets. Anybody that's willing to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just don't know what y'all fighting for. Y'all at a war, but you don't know who the enemy is. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on with the culture. They're using this culture right here to bring every race together. The hip-hop culture. You see Chinese rappers. You see all kinds of Cambodian breakdancers, and you don't see no Chinese country singers. You don't see none of that in any other genre of music, only in the hip-hop culture. You know what I'm saying?
Real. That's real.
Over there in the Middle East, they got two different countries. The kids are doing music together. The family finds out, they'll kill them. But that hip-hop brought them together. They know that. So they try to divide and conquer. Now they want to control us. And the old heads is at fault, but they sold out. You know what I'm saying? They sold out. That's why they controlling what's going on right now in the culture. They changed the narrative. So they sold out.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm not. This topic right here I'm about to bring. It's kind of like, you know, right now. I don't know if you've seen it with the baby. He had a scenario that I guess he said a couple of things of the LGBT community and everything on the Rolling Loud, but they were saying that, you know, they were trying to put the agenda on him towards, you know what the agenda is?
Yeah, of course.
Like, can you give people like the background of what the agenda is, if you know what I'm saying?
Listen, they're trying to feminize us, and that drag queen community, whatever, yo, that's why the females are dressing like drag queens now. You know what I'm saying? If you look at a female now, she got the fake eyelashes and the fake, that was all drag queen stuff that they used to, you know what I'm saying, be wearing in the drag queen shows and all that. They trying to feminize us, bro. Like I said, you got Lil Nas X, like you said, you got the baby, all this stuff. They gonna tell you. You got certain people that's gonna come out and tell you, yo, this is what's going on. Some people ain't gonna talk about it, and some people gonna get with the program. Like Lil Nas X got with the program. How you showing your booty hole on a camera dancing with a whole bunch of dudes in prison showers? Day one to teach your kids. When he came out before that, he was that Old Town Road.
Country
Old Town Road, and he was doing mad shows in the schools. So he got all the kids looking up to him now, and now that's what you gonna do. They trying to stop us from breeding. They're trying to stop us from populating. They trying to feminize us. You know what I'm saying? This is not happening in all other. You don't see that in all other culture or music. You don't see that in the videos. It's for us. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta realize, man. Sometimes, like this music thing, I did music for a long time, but sometimes, like I'm on an album with Public Enemy, and they try to censor me on things that I was saying, and I just stopped messing with it. I just go independent. And y'all young kids today, y'all got all the tools, man. We ain't had that. We had to do concrete work. We had to stomp, you know what I'm saying, passing out flyers. You can send out 1,000 flyers in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Online. You can do so much stuff nowadays that you don't even need these people. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need these people. You don't have to follow a trend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all following the trend of what's going on. And hip-hop never been that. Hip-hop always been creators. We always been so. That's why I said, you know what I'm saying, come up with something new. Do it different. You can do, so you still say the same things, but just do it different. Your visuals don't have to be like that, because your visuals are getting you convicted right now.
No, for sure. That's real talk, bro. But you know,
we're losing too many people, bro. We're losing too much.
Yeah, man. They literally, there was some kid that he went viral. A little kid, he was probably like 2, 3, the oldest. He went viral for like a NBA young boy. He basically set a part in a song that he cursed. Yeah. And you know, the people, it went viral because, you know, the 3-year-old boy, you know, cursing and laughing, acting like NBA young boy. He literally, last night got shot and killed on a drive-by shooting.
The 3-year-old?
The 3-year-old, wow. The kid that went, I'll show you after this, you know what I'm saying? Literally. But you know, the thing about the scenarios with this is that, like, I'm not saying, you know, because whatever happens, that happens in the hood, you know, in the neighborhoods, the streets, whatever. But for like kids, because that's something that's been going on for years, but it feels like it's been more impactful. Like kids out in the street getting shot, like everything's more like out of order. You know what I'm saying? People just out here shooting left and right, shooting blank bullets, as I like to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. And it was sad because, you know, it's a 3-year-old boy, don't know nothing of the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, kids' minds are innocent. Real innocent, man. You know, it's sad, man, because, you know, like, people just want to live this life of just being, you know, gangster. It's nothing wrong for, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not downgrading, no gangster, none of that, but it's a way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Certain things, you know what I'm saying, like that type of mentality, you know what I'm saying, with a 3-year-old getting shot in the front of a house, it is just not him. It's been going on. I just seen another one in Chicago as well. Yeah. Shot up a car with a dude and his daughter in a drive-thru. Daughter ended up dying. Another kid ended up getting shot in the street with his I think his mother and father in the car. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, they don't got no sense nowadays. And it's like, I feel like they basically kind of deprogram the kids to understand, like, okay, you know, the youth in that, because, you know, the youth is the future. Like, do this, do that, gang this, gang that, and it's really affecting the communities, man, because you can't, it's really not helping the community. That was bringing us more down and everything.
See, I understand exactly what you're saying. A lot of people don't know who they're loyal to, bro. When it comes to these gangs and people that's active in the streets, as you get older, if you make it out, because I'm gonna tell you now, 90% of my homies is dead. And I can say, like, the other 5 is in prison, they ain't coming home, and I got like 5% still.
Man, say that one more time so they can really understand that, man, because that's powerful right there.
90% of my homies is dead. You know what I'm saying? The other 5, they doing time, life, and they ain't coming home. I got like 5% that's still out here. I tell them I love them all the time. They're my people. But you gotta love yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't love yourself. Self-love is like, you might think you do, but self-love is something that you'll know when you're loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you start growing. And your loyalty, let me tell you, my boy, Baby Philly, rest in peace, is my dog. His loyalty got him killed. Sometimes that loyalty, you're more loyal to other people than you are yourself. You know, you might love somebody else, and somebody do something to somebody else, you might go ride and do all that, and ride out and do whatever it is you gotta do for them, but if they did it to you, you wouldn't even do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you love them more than you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And my boy got shot 150 times. 150 times with 2 AK-47. You know what I'm saying? For some beat that ain't had nothing to do with him. Because he was just the type of person, if you come around, you my boy, and my other boy got an issue with somebody, and somebody pull up, he's like, alright, he's gonna treat it like it's you. He don't even know him, but his loyalty is what got him killed. You gotta realize what you're loyal to. Gangs, you gotta see, a lot of these things ain't loyal back to you. The streets ain't never gonna be loyal to you. A gang ain't never gonna be loyal to you. You know how many times I've been in prison, but I spent a lot of time in prison, bro, in and out of jail, and a lot of my life, bro. And their own gang be the one violating them. You know what I'm saying? Your own people be the one doing it to you. So you gotta realize when you're loyal to, learn how to be loyal to yourself and love yourself. You know? Yeah, for sure. Because people that I learned, I was that person. I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? But when you act impulsive, it's like you don't love nothing, you don't love nobody, you don't love nobody. So that person that shot that kid might not even feel bad. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just going at that target and there's a casualty of war. That's how they look at it. And it's sad because they have no value of their own life. So how they gonna value yours? You gotta understand, you know?
That's deep.
So I say you gotta learn how to love yourselves out there. That's it. And don't be afraid to be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to stand out of the crowd. That's what you want. I don't want to be like nobody. I don't want nobody else. I don't want to walk in the room and look like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the show. Yo, and you know, you told me as well before we started this that you have a YouTube channel, man. You know, speak about, you know, what's on your YouTube channel so people could, like, you know, follow up on you, see what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You know, what they could, like, expect on what you got going on there as well.
My YouTube channel is Zuluking Street Fame. I talk about real life issues. I try to talk to the youth. I'm the president for the Zulu Nation in Orlando. And the Zulu Nation has some issues with Africa Bambaataa and some molestation shit, so we all separated from the universal Zulu Nation. Everybody's like independent. We got a whole different thing going on called the Zulu Union. You have members that are following that, and you have some members that are just independent, doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. You know, and we do our own thing, and I talk a lot to the youth because when I took over the chapter, that mission statement wasn't my mission statement. You know, when I joined the Zulu Nation, I joined to save just from the street, like me, you know what I'm saying, that's headed to the system. People that know how to do music, know how to do this, but they don't know how to utilize it, you know what I'm saying, the movements, the tools, and get where they gotta go. And they out here dying. I got little homies, man, they hitting licks, getting shot in the face, bro. 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to reach them and get them out the streets and save them from the penitentiary. I can tell you about the penitentiary too, you know what I'm saying? I got 10 years in and out. So the whole thing is, that was my mission statement. That's what my channel's about. So I do celebrity gossip here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I try to reach more people through the YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying? I be out here in the streets and I talk to the youth out here and I deal with the youth out here. But on video I do that because I can reach, you know what I'm saying, a bigger audience.
Not for a fact. Can you
trying to save one life? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's better than none. You know, that's real. Can you like get more in depth on like you know, you saying you're the president of Zulu Nation, like for people that don't know what that is, and like, you know, if you want to get into like the origin of it a little bit, so people can understand a little bit.
All right, the Zulu Nation was the first family of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Africa Bambaataa, which is the one that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't messing with them no more, but they started a culture of hip hop, bringing all the 5 elements together, the breakdancing and all that stuff, brought it up together, made it a culture. And it started in 1973. You know what I'm saying? That was the Zulu Nation. And the Zulu, you got so many rappers that Zulus, like, you know, Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Nas, Lil Wayne joined like in 2008 or something like that. Jimmy Fallon, LL Cool. Like, you got so many, Queen Latifah, Tupac was an affiliate. Like, you got so many people that, you know what I'm saying, was part of the culture. So the Zulu Nation is kind of hard when that whole situation happened with Bam. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm a convict. and I don't rock with pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely standing behind that. So I branched off and I do the Orlando Zulus, and the Orlando Zulus is I'm trying to save the kids from the streets. I'm bringing all the young bulls, trying to get out of gangs. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do some music, trying to do something positive with your life. Yo, you know what I'm saying? We cool. It ain't nothing. It's all peace and love, man. Just for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Try to save somebody from dying out here. You know what I mean? Or save you from carrying somebody's casket. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That messes with you too. A lot of stuff. You gotta realize a lot of these kids out here, and a lot of people that are living in the street, but we got like post-traumatic stress disorder. And people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you thinking like, yo, what's going on with this person? And they've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what nobody's going through, man. And with the hip hop culture, you can speak about it. You can dance about it. I don't even break dance, and my favorite element is break dancing. I just like watching people dance. They look so free. They look free, you know what I'm saying? They spirit. So that's what it's all about, man. Trying to save somebody and be positive. You know what I'm saying? Cause ain't nothing, all that jail shit and all that shit whack, man. Ain't nobody your friends, nobody, might not even your family, bro, gonna come see you. You know what I'm saying? You might be popping now, but you go to jail, you might be a gangster now. When they talking about they gonna give you life, you still a gangster? Or you gonna rap? You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about all that. It's real out here.
No, for sure.
It's definitely real, man. And don't let these crackers motherfucking paint that narrative for you that this is what it is. And this is the only way you gotta go, cause you don't. That's a dead end, homie.
For sure.
That's a dead end. They're tricking you out your freedom.
For sure. If people wanted to get in contact with you, you know what I'm saying, who are interested in knowing more about that, like how could they find you, get in contact with you? Any like social media, anything that you think is the best for them to get in contact with you? Like,
I got you can hit me up. I got IGs on Zuluking _Street Fame 47. I got Facebook too. It's Tony Jimenez on Facebook. The YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can message me. I don't think you can message me on YouTube. But you can just whatever. Go to my IG. I would say go to my IG. All that. You know what I'm saying? The IG is Zuluking _Street Fame 47. I had two of them, but that's the right one. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. Before we end this, I have one more question. I know we were also speaking about, you had a couple of, you said you was getting shadow banned on certain topics and certain things.
That's why I didn't want to shout out the IG, because I was getting a shadow ban on IG. Like I get followers like all day consistently, and then my number never changed. It just stood on 600. The only place it will go to, which was crazy, was like 666. Then I go back down to 600. 666. It never passed that. But I did a video speaking on child sex trafficking. Florida's #3 for child sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? In the United States. And so I had a situation with my son. You know what I'm saying? I even had one of my cousins got kidnapped at the same. They took her to Texas. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like, you know what I'm saying, real. You know what I'm saying? The shit is real. And I did a video on it, and I put it on IG, and they shadow banned me for that. I haven't had in 6 months. My followers don't move or nothing. But it's just to show, because I said the government's the one behind all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show you that when you start talking, when you start speaking real shit, they're gonna try to silence you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say you're crazy, or they're gonna try to silence you. And you've seen it so much in the culture. Like you've seen it so much that you gotta believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You gotta believe it. Malcolm X. Like you could go down the line, bro. Even if you go the whole line. You know what I'm saying? Tupac. And then Martin Luther King. No. And he wasn't even, to me, like I don't even really like respect that. You know what I'm saying? What he was doing. I respect what he did, but I ain't like the holiday. I always say this, like the holiday with Martin Luther King is an insult. You know what I'm saying? And people, they take it, what I say, like real shocking, but it's an insult to me because the government got convicted in civil court for killing Martin Luther King. They got sued by the family. Got found guilty in civil court, not criminal, for killing Martin Luther King, and they had to pay. But the same government gives you his holiday to you know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna kill my hero and give me a holiday to celebrate? You know, so like the disrespect thing. Well, go all the way down the line. They gonna get silenced. If you start talking some real shit, they gonna silence you. That's why they dumb down the music.
It's crazy.
You gotta realize they dumb down the music. You gotta read it too. The devil was if you believe in the Bible, the devil was God of music, wasn't he?
Yes, sir. He was basically the best angel, the best singer, the best looking angel, all that, you know.
You know what I mean? He had harps for wings and all that. He was
sure.
God of music, so you gotta realize these devils you might love doing your music, might love, you know what I'm saying? That was my issue, but I got a mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say I'm not. So that's why I was like, I ain't gonna mess with it. I ain't gonna mess with it. You know what I'm saying? But for y'all young cats nowadays, that's what y'all gotta do. Go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Go back to that. They're going back in the clothes. They're going back to the 90s and the clothes and the styles and stuff like that. Go back to the music.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you too, man. You know, is there anything else you want to like let the people know before we end this?
Man, love yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Live a little, man, because people die a lot.
Word up, man. Appreciate you again, man, for speaking, bro.
I appreciate you too, man.
No doubt, man. Sir.